Hey everyone, I am so excited about this live. I haven't been live in this group for a long time. I don't know if you have noticed, but I have shifted a little bit of my focus. I'm only helping women now, so all of the guys in this group were like booted off. So this is going to be a sacred place for women alone. I'm really feeling in my heart, and something that I have been really dwelling on, and I have been having a push from God and from the universe and from life to empower women to really create health and happiness and fulfillment in their lives. And this is something that I can touch on another live. Now, if you're more interested in knowing more about it, let me know on the comments below. But today I'm going to talk about how you can create consistent results in your body and in your health. And for me, this is like such an important subject because I see that a lot of people, they get very discouraged in the process of creating results in their bodies and in their health, right? And I am a living proof of what's possible, because I created health from a very sick body, so from a body that had really almost like nothing left in it. So I know exactly what it takes to creating consistent results in your body and your health. And I think that there are things that people really get it completely wrong. And now the first thing is unrealistic results. A lot of people that get into this journey of creating a fit body, creating a strong body, they think, especially once you get to 40 years old, like myself, or I was almost 40 when I was diagnosed with cancer, and after kids, and after a lot of life and struggles and hurts and pains and things that go on, right? You really struggle to create those consistent results, because at the time when you make that decision, your body perhaps is at a much lower level than you think that it is, so a lot of people they think that they can just turn things around like that, and they don't realize that it has been a long journey to get them to the place that they are, and it's going to be a long journey to get from where they're at to kind of like a really curve upwards. And the beautiful thing about the body is that it doesn't take as long to heal yourself, to create health, to create a harmony and balance and vitality in your body, as it takes you to create the sickness, the diseases, and the things that are on the negative side of the coin. The body is incredible. It took me 38 years to create a cancer, but it took me I would say 2 years to create such a fit body. Even during chemo, after a year of being diagnosed, I created like the best body I have ever had, even though I was doing chemo. So you see, like, the body is incredible, but the unrealistic results come from this expectation of people that it's going to happen overnight. Chemo was still, between surgeries and chemo and another surgery that I had at the end, it was still a whole year, right? A whole 12 months of really showing up to myself every single day. Now, I'm going to ask you, are you expecting results in less than a year, in less than 9 months, in less than 6 months, in less than 3 months? The industry is full of products promising you, get healthy in 6 weeks, get healthy in 10 weeks, get healthy in 12 weeks, drink this shake, take this supplement, do nothing, just sit in the sofa, and this magic pill is going to solve all your problems. And then what do most people do? They just go and buy this and expect unrealistic results, because they are not changing really at the core level, day in, day out, what they do, their habits, what they eat, how they exercise, meditation, they sleep, and which will lead me to the second biggest problem when it comes to creating consistent results, is the disconnection between the body and mind. A lot of people think, okay, Angelica, just give me what I need to eat and how, what kind of exercise I need to do, and I can get a body like yours. I had clients that have been in real trouble, like in a lot of issues around, sickness and diagnosis, and much worse than I have ever been, and they were still focused on creating a body like mine, and it's insane, right? Like this, it's crazy, because to create a body like mine now, I'm 44, it's been 5 years since I had, the diagnosis, the cancer. It's not going to happen if you've just been diagnosed with cancer. I can guarantee you, because now I am fitter than 5 years ago, because I've been doing this for 5 years. So comparing yourself with me you're going to be a disservice to you. It's going to get you demotivated. And the only reason why I'm at the place that I am now is because I connected my body and mind. I did not just change my physical habits. What I ate, exercise, sleep, yoga, meditation. I changed at the core level, my why, how I felt about food, how I felt about exercise, how I felt about myself, how I felt about my past ones. I changed the whole thing. People think it's only about food and exercise. And it's not. I knew very early on that if I only changed the food and the exercise, I wasn't going to get the results that I wanted. And on top of that, the cancer was going to come back. It was actually, it was so black and white for me. I could see that, right? I could see that so clearly. So people just want a recipe to get to their results as quickly as possible. And then they think, that's it. I'm just going to, lay back and just enjoy my life and go back to eating, pizza and ice cream or whatever, people eat these days. I'm not sure. But, this is the disconnection between the body and the mind. It's a real problem. If you don't start connecting how you feel about food, how you feel about exercise, how you feel about yourself, you're always going to go back to your old ways, your old habits. A lot of my clients have issues with being overweight. And what happens is, when you go deeper at a level, food becomes that safe plate. Food becomes that addiction, that they have had for years. It's not going to go away overnight unless you go down deep to that level, unless you start connecting with body and mind. Right? So that is another big problem. Now, which leads me to everybody's looking for a cookie cutter thing. And I'm going to give an example of business here. How many business coaches are out there selling people a magic pill to earn $100,000 a year, $100,000 a week, $100,000 a day, $1 million? How many? There's millions, but how many people are actually earning that money? What happens is most people, they buy into those courses. They think that they're just going to get a little recipe. I just do this and I just do that and I don't have to think about it and I'm going to get $100,000. They don't want to think. They don't want to start thinking outside of the box. Okay, well, what about this? What about that? Would you do that with your business? Would you do that with your work? Would you go to work and not think about a different way of doing things, a more efficient way, how that applies to you as an employee, as a business owner? What it is the best way for you to do something, right? I can guarantee you that you wouldn't deal with your business and your work and your money side of things like that, right? So you want to do the same. You want to do this with your health. And you want to expect to get amazing results? Oh, just give me some quick recipes and I can just do them and I can just follow through and, I don't have to think. If you don't have time, if you don't want to put any effort in connecting your body and mind, in understanding why you're doing things that you're doing, in really going deep, you are not going to get the results that you want. So getting consistent results is actually having a focus, having your energy into the whole thing. Not looking for, I'm just going to pick something out of the shelf, a cookie cutter thing, and I am going to get the results that I want. I did not do that. And this is why I am the healthiest, the fittest, the strongest, and the best shape of my life. I thought about what I was doing every step of the way. I made clever decisions every single day. I made conscious decisions. I made intentional decisions, and I still make them today. This morning, I was exercising and I was doing my yoga practice this morning, and I just thought, I just feel so good doing this. I love this. Look at how strong I am. It feels so incredible. This is, the connection between the body and the mind. This is not a cookie cutter thing. I don't show up to my yoga class, oh my God, I've got to do one more yoga class. This is terrible. I don't do that, right? So those are the three things that I really see that people struggle with getting consistent results. And just touching on the unrealistic expectations, I got better like this. Like, it was so subtle, but because I was so connected to my body and mind